Well, let's welcome in my good friend David Samson, the host of Nothing Personal with David Samson, to go over this National League Division Series. So for today, David, you have Atlanta, the road team, laying 125. The Philadelphia Phillies are home underdogs, and the total is at 9. What side, or maybe the total, do you favor today?
It's hard to imagine that Noah Syndergaard has come so far that he's actually not a favorite at home. But the reality is they're trying to beat a big game pitcher. The reason why you're getting value on the Atlanta side is Charlie Morton has not been good toward the end of the regular season. But this is playoff time, and there's something about him and there's something about the Braves. It would be silly to bet against them when you've got that small number. So I'm taking the Braves. I still think the Braves win this series. They had to win the games with Nola and Wheeler, and they did. But now they've got to win one more, and I don't see how they're going to do it. Take the Braves.
David, it surprised a lot of people late last night to think that Thor was going to start today. Did it surprise you?
I didn't hear who you said.
So Syndergaard, it surprised a lot of people that Noah Syndergaard was going to get the start. Thor, nickname on my part there. Did it surprise you?
No, not at all. So it's going to be, he's not going to have a long leash. The way it works is when you've got two aces, the rest of the games really turn out to be bullpen games. You're not going to let him go 3 times through the lineup in Atlanta, maybe not even twice. You've got to see. On the other hand, all bets are off if the Phillies do to Charlie Morton what they did to Strider yesterday, and they have a 6-run inning early in the game. Then they're going to ride Syndergaard as long as they can and line themselves up for the National League Championship Series.
All right, first pitch 7 minutes after 2 p.m. Eastern. David, certainly appreciate that. Again, as we recap this series, he favors the Braves going up against the Phillies. And for this series to continue, we do have Game 5 Sunday in Atlanta, 4:37 if necessary. All right, David and I are back to talk about some of the other series in playoff baseball. We've got Houston laying $1.15 at Seattle. And I'm going to use Yordan Alvarez as like a verb, David, because the Mariners got Alvarez not once, then had a day off to stew on it. They got Alvarez again, and now they're having to go back home down 0-2. Do you envision them extending this series? Do you think Dusty Baker and company go home and a quick flight back to H-Town?
The mentality of this is very simple. When Houston headed to Seattle, they only brought 1 day's worth of clothes. They want to get rested and get ready for the ALCS on Wednesday. They want to have all their pitching lined up. And can you imagine having the depth in your lineup where Jose Altuve does not have a hit and you're up 2-0? Can you imagine having the depth in your rotation that Verlander has an un-Verlander-like start and you get McCullers in Game 3 and you're up 2-0? The Mariners have been a great story. There's no question the atmosphere is going to be electric. But in this series, of all the division series, you've got the greatest difference between talent levels of the teams. You've got to go with the Astros to sweep. It's so critical not to have to play a Game 4. You want to get it done right now, and they will.
All right, first pitch 4:07 p.m. Again, Lance McCullers and George Kirby are going to be your probables. Let's move over as we see McCullers again. He's got that playoff experience and a lot of holdovers from that 2017 World Series team. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And again, if he can get it done and get them ready for the LCS against either the winner of the Guardians or the New York Yankees. And back here with David Samson. So we've got the Yankees laying $1.20 at Cleveland, getting even money. The total's at 6.5. The series tied at 1. And there's no days off because of the rain delay. So, of course, playing last night, playing today. Before we get to that play in your pick, David, what's that like to have a quicker transition, especially in the postseason?
That's the regular season. The players are very used to it. Everyone made such a big deal of it. But after the game, you have the bus that leaves between 40 and 45 minutes after last pitch. They both head to the airport. The Guardians get to go home. The Yankees get into their hotel. It's not like they have to wait online to check in or put their credit card down. There's literally a table waiting that has snacks and fruit and drinks and your name with your room key. You go right upstairs, wake up, go to the ballpark, have BP, and have a game. So I don't view that as any issue at all for either team. What I do view as an issue for the Yankees is someone named Tristan McKenzie. You may not know him, not you, TT, of course, but people watching may say, who's that? I've never heard of him. He's a better pitcher than Severino. He may be a better pitcher than anyone on the Yankees staff. And this Guardians team, everyone says it's a bloop. It's a bloop. They can't score 4 runs. They're not going to have that type of luck again. The Guardians had the best record in the American League in all of September, along with the Blue Jays. I think they're 24-6 in their last 30. They find ways to win, not sitting around for the 3-run home run. This is a very good team. The Yankees, on the other hand, have a lineup that is scuffling. Aaron Judge 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts. Stanton hits the home run in the first inning and then nothing for the rest of the game. The Yankees bullpen is way worse than the Guardians bullpen, not even close. So everyone is calling this the upset of all time, and I'm not sure I would. This is a critical game 3, obviously, in any 5-game series. Game 3 matters, as we're seeing with the game 4s that we're going to have today. So I like the Guardians, and I like them because, can I say it, TT? They're a better team than the Yankees?
You can say it, and we'll see if it plays out that way. They're a fun team to watch. Tito Francona, they're young, and even though they were division winners, Davis, as you know, in the futures market, they had the longest odds entering the postseason to win the World Series, and they could be on the verge of a 2-1 series lead against the Yankees. All right, let's go out west in Petco Park in San Diego. The Dodgers are slight road favorites with a total at 7.5, and we just saw San Diego take a 2-1 series lead. So you anticipate we go 2-2 heading back to Chavez Ravine, or does this thing get done here tonight?
I'm separating all personal feelings, and I'm analyzing this game, and I'm watching this entire series, and it's very simple. If the Dodgers take a donut again with runners in scoring position, they will not win the game. That said, I don't think you can hold them 3 games in a row without a hit with runners in scoring position. Their lineup is simply too deep. I give a lot of credit to the Padres. They're pitching well. They're playing well. Their bullpen looks good. Hader looks great. He's throwing triple digits. By the way, everybody in the postseason seems to be throwing 100. I just don't think the Dodgers are going to lose today. I think they'll bring it back for a game 5. And when you look at what the Padres have the opportunity to do, it's to slay their Goliath. It's to take out the Dodgers, and that's been their dream. So I think they're going to have a tiny bit more pressure on them than the Dodgers, who also have pressure because a 111-win season could be totally wasted in a matter of 4 days. But I think the Dodgers will live to see another day. Take the Dodgers. Tyler Anderson, very, very good pitcher, by the way.
Anderson and Musgrove. And the difference was only 22 games in the regular season between the NOS champs and the wild card Padres. David Samson joining us here. David, great to be with you again. Thank you, as always. Here's a recap of his picks. He does like the Braves, Astros, Guardians, and Dodgers today. A couple things here just to button up. Dave was mentioning the Dodgers 0 for 17 with runners in scoring position over the last 2 games for them.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.